I think I've only ever broken down on this bike out here maybe like 4 or 5 times, ever. Oh, believe it or not, we are push starting another shovelhead in Rogue River. All right. This road is pretty cool, but let's go ahead and take the path less traveled. You can do it! Oh, the view.
Literally looking at a map.
Stop. No, don't look at map. You're ruining your surprise, okay? Your surprise is this sucks. This feels like we're on another planet. What is going on here? I'm starting to realize why you don't see anybody up here. We're going. Shay! Come on, man. Shay! Well, we're officially on the road. We are about 2.5 hours and only 60 miles into Shay Lisi's birthday road trip. Believe it or not, it's not the fault of a shovel head. It might be later, it just isn't yet. We just got done doing the premiere part 2 of the road trip on the shovel head chopper, and apparently I think I'm the TV because it was an hour long.
I think Game of Thrones was that.
We got the shovel head set up with hard luggage, testing out the villain to hero bags for the very first time. Shay Lisi set up with the soft pink luggage on the Magna over here. Let's get the super slab out of the way and get to some roads that we actually want to ride. Hopefully this time with a little more reliability. I said it's not the shovelhead's fault yet. Let's hope that yet isn't right now. The starter on it is pretty suspect. Hell yeah. I mean, who doubted it? The shovelhead would never break down somewhere where it was convenient at a place with food and parts and access to the highway. That's ridiculous. Oh, hell yeah. The boat? I know, it's freaking sick, dude. Like, you don't know. Obviously, the boat is righteous. I'll be like, hey, did you know your boat's cool? It's like, yeah, dude, I know. Do you mind if we look at it? I won't touch anything. Dude, with the Kragars on the trailer and everything. When your trailer's got cool rims, that's what's up. Dude, hell yeah. Let's roll, baby. We'll get this super slab out of the way and get to some beautiful roads. The wet spot and Plan B over there oozing down the freeway. And hopefully we keep that ooze going. I got a really good feeling about this one. After all, this is the most reliable a shovelhead has ever been. I think I've only ever broken down on this bike out here maybe like 4 or 5 times, ever. That's not bad. I swear. Only in Oregon, from the highway, can it look this beautiful. Well, I guess not only in Oregon. I think like West Virginia definitely gives Oregon a run for its money. As does Utah, as does Idaho. Anyway, America's beautiful. I'm never not thankful that I've been able to see so much of it, and I'm never not excited that I've still got so much left to see. Okay, well, I was stopping here to look for gas, but this place is freaking gorgeous. You would assume there's a gas station. Okay, there's a gas station. I figure you're probably ready for a little break, huh? I didn't know it was going to be like the most gorgeous bridge over a river ever when I pulled off. I was like, what the fuck? It's always crazy pulling up to random mountain towns like this that just have like gorgeous flower arrangements. This tree over here that looks like somebody took a tiny tree and then made it big. I don't know how to explain that, but you have to just believe me. That's what it looks like. It looks like a miniature tree that somebody used a growth ray on. That seems like my kind of spot, man. I don't know exactly what's supposed to be going on here at the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. Myrtle Lodge number 38 meets the second and fourth Tuesday at 7 p.m., but it seems like something I'd like. Well, unless we come back on the second or fourth Tuesday, the secrets of room 221 will forever remain a mystery to us. What a gorgeous view. Here at the Chevron. Shocker. Freaking peg flipped around. Dude, I will say this about Myrtle Creek. Y'all's fuzz level is out of control. This is the third cop I have seen riding down the street in Myrtle Creek, dude. They are everywhere. And even though we aren't technically doing anything wrong, we're always kind of technically doing something wrong. Beautiful place, but we're gonna make our stay short. I can feel a presence here that doesn't like my brand of bullshit. Although, like, all these weird buildings and the International Odd Fellow Association, this place seems funky. I can dig it. Onward to adventure. So far, so good on the wet spot, baby. Well, believe it or not, we are push starting another shovelhead in Rogue River. All right. A lot easier to start than the 93 cubic inch stroker in the chopper. Now let's start on our other problem of the day. Oh, believe it or not, the shovelhead started this time. I think that means things are looking up. Why wouldn't they be? There's nothing I like more than tempting the gods. I like to put on a skimpy little number and shake it right in front of the gods. But even Shay Lacey had to admit, and normally she joins me on my mission of hubris. Even she had to admit that me going to the exact same town where I broke down on the shovelhead chopper and another shovelhead might have been pushing my luck. But who was right and who was wrong as we ride forth on a motorcycle that started? The gods ain't got shit on me. Want to do a little highway jaunt before we get gas to give that epoxy some time to set on Shay Lacey's camera. The most important person to know is yourself, and knowing myself, I know that I'm way too impatient to just sit there, stare at it, and watch it cure. I gotta put it in the bag and do some miles to actually let it get the time it needs. Because then we are going far beyond anything anybody could call civilization. I'm not telling Shay Lacey that. It'll be a surprise. A nice birthday surprise for her. Who doesn't like surprises? Hell yeah. Why wouldn't it start? Completely untouchable by the gods. And Shay Lacey's camera's back on. I can hear something whispering my name out in the woods. Let's go say howdy. Oh, man. Nah, we ain't dealing with that. Welcome to California, baby. With a prayer in my heart and a dream in my eye, we're headed for the wilderness. Now, I promised Shay Lacey we'd take her to go see... Uh-oh, it's the fuzz. Suckers! Anyway, as I was saying, I promised Shay Lacey that we'd take her to the Redwood National Forest. I just didn't say how we'd get there. There's a few different ways from Portland to get to the Redwood National Forest. You can take the 5 all the way down and then cut across, or you can head out to the coast for a really beautiful ride down the 101, take it all the way down to the Redwood National Forest, stop in little beach towns all along the way. Or you can do what I did and look at that big green swath where there looks like there ain't nothing there at all, and just line up a bunch of little red dots as your waypoints and just see how close the maps can get you to getting across. Now, will the roads be paved? I don't know. Will there be roads at all? I mean, I hope so. One way or another, we're gonna see what there is to see. I feel like that's a pretty good birthday present for Shay Lacey. Pretty good surprise, too, right? I don't think she's gonna see this one coming. Once again, unto the breach. Once again, into the wild blue fucking yonder. Damn. That's crazy how one place in the world can just be so damn different in so many different places. I mean, I guess Florida is too, but man, I swear I was all over this place just a few weeks ago on the chopper, and all of a sudden we plunge into the Redwood National Forest and everything looks completely different once again. I'll be a Florida man till the day I die. You can't take that out of me, but there's something to be said about the PNW. It is a pretty amazing place. Oh, feels good, man. Feels real good. This shovelhead, just a little more fun in the twisty roads. I mean, not quite as exciting as the other one, or maybe just exciting in a different way. Hey, I can love both. I can love the excitement of something absolutely sketchy that has no business being out here, and I can also enjoy this shovelhead in an FXR frame. Well, this road is pretty cool, but let's go ahead and take the path less traveled. This is where the red dots lead us. Oh yeah, the potholes are already starting. This is definitely going to be off the beaten path. Holy crap, in a big way. I'm not really that worried about gravel roads yet, but gravel roads going directly uphill around a corner like this can get sketchy kind of fast, especially when you're on two motorcycles that, believe it or not, are both from 1983. This probably does not look steep at all in the video. These action cameras always flatten out steepness, but I promise you, it is. There she goes. Oh, hell yeah. Eyes on the road, dude. This road is actually pretty fucking sketchy. Wait, which way is it? This way? Okay, yes. Now we're adventuring. Now this is an adventure shovelhead. Of course, the chopper was also a dirt bike. I took it on a dirt road. It's a motorcycle. It's a dirt bike. This is on a dirt road. It's now a dirt bike. Adventure shovelhead. There's nothing wrong with that. Shovelheads can be adventure bikes too. You know, if slightly unwillingly sometimes.
Just want to take a quick break to give a huge shout out to our very good friend Sugar Tree J, as in Sugar Tree J from Sessions. Some of you guys know we're in the PNW because we've partnered up with Sugar Tree J, Brandon, Steve, me and Shay Lisi are working with them to make Sessions, and it's working really, really well. Sessions is the #1 cannabis extract brand and growing, #1 with a bullet, baby, in Oregon. It's taken a ton of time. It's a lot of hard work. One of the things I love about Jason and Brandon and Steve is that family always comes first. And Jason gave me and Shay Lisi enough time off that we could go out and celebrate her birthday. And he didn't come even though he really wanted to. But somebody had to stay behind. Somebody still has to keep the ship afloat down at Sessions HQ. Huge thanks to him. He's an awesome dude, and I hope he's on the next adventure we go on. And if you want to smoke stuff that's farmed and now the absolute best on the market while still coming in at a cheap price, make sure you ask your local bud tender for Sessions. And if I can drop it off on a motorcycle personally, I will.
Damn, no. God damn. Oh, the view. Oh, the drop. Dang, that's kind of scary. I ain't really kidding. That really is just like a drop off, isn't it? Huh. That would suck, dude. A lot of times you look at the drop offs, they just look kind of like slopes. You know what I mean? They just look like, oh, okay, I'd probably like wouldn't drop all the way down. This shit right here is just a sheer drop off, man. You're going all the way to the bottom. Dude, look at all you can see all the trail systems out there. This is so freaking cool. Oh, look at Shay Lisi back there. She's just got to be having the best birthday ever. She didn't see this coming, that's for damn sure. And who doesn't love a surprise? Isn't it exciting? This is so freaking dope, dude. Now, am I saying that this wouldn't be better on a high-speed, super fancy, $1,000 a month mortgage payment adventure bike? Yeah, you'd probably have a good time. If you can afford that kind of bike, you'd probably have a pretty good time. You don't even have to afford that kind of bike. You could just be out here on like a Suzuki DR 650 and be having a pretty righteous time too. I just happen to be out here on my shovel head, and I'm also having a pretty awesome time. Dude, this is freaking righteous, dude. It goes on forever. I mean, the map did say there's over 100 miles of this. I kind of wasn't expecting all of it to be dirt roads, but hey, maybe we'll get lucky. Here's where it could get tricky. I mean, I've got full confidence, okay? Full confidence in the FXR. The wet spot, it abides. But it can only do so much of a steep grade climbing on gravel before the tires don't abide. I mean, we're in it now. This is the wilderness. This is as wilderness gets. I guess with the road still in it anyway. Oh, back to climbing. Ooh, these are definitely street tires. I can feel them slipping. You know, I still haven't seen anything thus far that I wouldn't take a Goldwing down or a full-dress Harley tour. Of course, I've learned to, slightly regret making that brag before. But that's not going to stop me from making it. Regretting something has never stopped me from doing it again. Oh, this one's steep. If she needs help, it's going to be on this one right here. Post up here at the top, make sure she makes it up that one. You can do it! Hell yeah! I'm proud of you. What a trooper. Of course, there's no service out here. She's got no maps, and I've got the only way out of here. So, I mean, she is kind of stuck with me. So, she has to be a trooper. But even when you have to do something, that doesn't always mean that you jump to the occasion. So, I'm still very, very proud of her. That's a pretty steep turn too, right there. Tell you, at 4'11", Shayleese will take a street bike that was never designed to do this into places most dudes wouldn't go with a GS 1200. Something to be said for that. She's one tough little chick, whether she has a choice or not. My bike is slip sliding all over the place not because of the front wheel, because the rear wheel just, going up that incline on a street tire is not exactly great for your traction. That's part of the adventure, isn't it? The less adventure bike your motorcycle is, the more adventure you have. Funny how that works, huh? Oh, there just keeps being more of it. Now it's not just a surprise for Shayleese, it's a surprise for me too. Dude, we would be sunk if it had rained recently. This stuff would be so freaking slick. Alright, Shay. I can't even stop to check on her on this one. We just gotta make it to the top. She's still behind me. She's still back there. Hell yeah. Seems like a good memorial to take a little break. Oh, I hope that starts again. A little chilly here in the misty mountains. There'll be snacks soon, I promise. Maybe like 20...
Don't lie to me.
20 yards.
Like, literally looking at a map.
Stop. No. No, don't look at maps. Don't stop. You're ruining your surprise, okay? Your surprise is this sucks. Surprise. There'll be some... I'll figure something out. We see some, like, sign of life or something. I got a real bitch out here in dire need of a snack. She's hangry. If it started raining, we would be in trouble.
Well, you checked the weather, right?
No.
Why didn't you lie just now? So many other things.
Actually, good. I should start checking with you. That would have been a good time to lie. Hell yeah. Onward. Upward. Doesn't seem that bad, right? Right. Well, look at that. This might as well be paved. It's so dang smooth. Life, it's all about relativity. And relative to what we just went through, this is easy street, baby. So now I get put my head on a swivel and enjoy the views. Wow. Ooh, this one's getting pretty steep. Man, it just feels like we're really on a real-ass adventure right now. Dang. Could you imagine that? A real adventure. We're just like real bikers on a real adventure. Whoa. Whoa. Yikes, dude. I wanted to get her coming up the mountain. I'm getting sideways, taking off. This is way steep. Oh, wow, look at that view. Wow. Oh my God. What the? We gotta figure out how to take a picture here. Oh, don't let that die. Alright, let's see if I can take off and not freaking spin out here. God damn, dude. What a view. That was it, dude. That was it, baby. Whether I'm looking out over the mountain landscape, the misty mountains, peaks, valleys, cleavages, crevices, cracks, and other erstwhile damp places I might probe and explore, or whether I'm gazing upon the beautiful reclining body of a naked woman, and you know, it's not much difference to me. I see the same thing. Why do you think I like going out to the woods so much? We have got to be pretty damn high. It is getting really cold up here. Driving through the clouds right now. So freaking cool. Of course, the last time we drove through a cloud was in the Rocky Mountains, and that ended poorly for us. Well, I don't know if it ended poorly, but it definitely ended very cold, wet, and shivering for us. Wow, man. We're still going up. How much more can we go up? This is getting a little disconcerting. In the best way possible. This started out just as a birthday surprise for Shay Lacey. Now it's a surprise for both of us. I love it. Why can't I have fun on her birthday too? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Just so much fun to be had that we'll both have a good time being in extreme peril. Still going up. Hey, if we get above the cloud, I'd take that too. Straight through this mist, it just feels like something out of a Stephen King novel. This is something out of X-Files. I love it. Up here in Twin Peaks, everybody's speaking backwards. Devils telling you secrets in tongues. Still going up. Damn, this looks dope as hell. I don't know how far down that goes, but it looks like pretty far. Oh, I'm loving it, dude. This is great. As long as it stays a happy cloud and doesn't turn into a rain cloud, I think we're all good. That falls right off the edge there. Maybe I don't want to see what's down there. Because we are still going up. Shay Lacey should have birthdays more often. This is awesome. And up some more. What's on the top of this girl? I'm getting pretty excited here. She's a mysterious lady. She's got all her bits clothed in fog down there. That's fine, Miss Mountain. That's fine. Keep your secrets. Okay, and it looks like back down. I can't really see much, dude. My glasses are freaking covered in cloud right now. I'll give you guys a wipe down, too. There you go. This is awesome, isn't it? Okay, I'm going down. I was complaining about going up. That's because I knew we were going to have to go down. The up is not that bad. The down, well, you don't complain when you fall up. When you fall down, that's not great. As long as we don't have anything crazier than we just went through, I think that even on street bikes with street tires, as long as it doesn't get any more wet out here, me and Shaylee ought to be just fine. And if we aren't, well, there's nothing really we can do about it, so we'll just have to burn that bridge when we get there. This just feels like we're going through a movie set right now. Definitely don't want to let yourself gain too much speed going down something like this, and keep it under control, because if you gain any speed going downhill, you ain't gonna bleed it fast. Not with street tires. Glasses again. Unfortunately, we're still going through the cloud, and I am very worried about a repeat of Colorado, where cloud all of a sudden turned into being a rainstorm underneath it. At least he is a trooper. Freaking handling it. It is officially cold. Freaking, ugh. It's got to be like in the 40s or low 50s. No, not even the low 50s. It's got to be in the 40s. It is chilly, baby. And I'm wet. Still having a pretty awesome time. No, not just a pretty awesome time. I'm still having a freaking amazing time. It'd take more than being cold and wet to stop that from happening. It's officially raining. Can't just call it a cloud anymore. It's raining. This is so cool still, though. Yeah, this downhill is probably the sketchiest part we've been through so far, just because it's steep. Now it's slippery because of the rain, and there's actually really big pea gravel all over it. It looks like somebody put some fresh gravel out here not too long ago. It's just not helping us. All right, Shay, you can do it. Gravel's over after that spot. Well, over for 20 yards or so. This is where the braking ability of a dual sport tire or an off-road tire it'd probably come in handy. That's for sure. I'm not saying you have to have it. Look at us go. But it'd come in handy. Got a freaking burnt out old car right there. I'm just saying, it can start warming up anytime now that we're going back down. And we're home free, baby. For now, at least. Hopefully not home free for too long. That sounds boring.
We were, in fact, not home free. It just kept going and going and going and going. To say that I severely underestimated how much time we would spend off-road is the understatement of the year. I thought maybe 20% of the roads would be off-road. It ended up being pretty much 95%, and we were off the highway, completely lost on gravel and rock roads for 7 hours. But we're only about 20% of the way through right here. Things get way worse than they are right now.
Okay, ooh, finally starting to warm up a little bit. Dang, hands are freaking frozen. There she goes. Shaylee's still killing it, of course. Uh-oh, I've got no rear brakes. That's not great for this kind of endeavor. What do we got? 6 more miles of downhill? Cross your fingers. Of course, when you're going downhill on loose stuff, rear brakes barely do anything, especially with a slick rear tire like this bike has. So, honestly, like, it sounds scary because your normal old wives' tale would be like, don't touch your front brakes, you're going downhill in the gravel. Well, your rear brakes can almost do nothing when you're going downhill in gravel, even with off-road tires. So you're still relying pretty heavily on your front brakes. You just got to be more careful with how you modulate them. Of course, the big danger is hitting an obstacle. That's what you don't want to do, like hitting a rock or a rut or something like that while you're applying front brakes, having the tire pop off the ground and come back down into a skid, because I know where my braking point is if I'm on almost any terrain, pretty much. Like, I can feel, I don't need ABS. I'm trying to sound like a Billy Badass over here, but I don't need it. I can feel when the bike's front end is going to break loose. Like, I'm pretty good at it. But that all goes out the window if you hit a rock or anything else that lifts the front tire up, slams it back down even a little bit, and that throws what you're feeling all out the window, and you got to recalibrate. That's where your rear brake comes in handy, because you're using it simultaneously, so you can just let go of your front brake when you see something coming up or when that happens, so you don't get into that situation, and you just got your rear brake covered as a backup plan. Anyway, I think I'll still be fine. We'll see. Okay, we're definitely getting worse, not better. I'm really missing that rear brake right about now. God, still gorgeous though. And for anybody at home wondering, the whole reason why that's so important, that you not stop your front wheel or your rear wheel from moving while your bike is also moving. They should be moving the same speed, because the minute one of them stops moving the same speed, then you're in trouble. So if the front wheel stops moving while I'm still moving, or the rear wheel stops moving while I'm moving, more dramatically with the front wheel, of course, that neat little magic trick, that little gyroscopic rake and trail equation that keeps this motorcycle upright and keeps two wheels on casters that are in line moving the same direction and standing up straight. That little magic trick, the spell gets broken the minute one of those wheels starts moving at a different speed. So you don't want that, and locking up the rear, of course, will cause the rear end to step out almost immediately unless you keep it perfectly straight. And locking up the front end, much more dramatically, will cause that to fall out of line with its brother in the back, which usually will pitch you over the handlebars. All right, geography lesson with Shade Tree Surgeon over for the day.
So this was the first time that we thought that we were done with the dirt roads and worked.
We are back on pavement, but let's see if this thing starts, because I just got off and I can hear my gas boiling. It's not weird. It sounds weird, it sounds super dangerous, but it's not that weird. Big V-twin that's air-cooled will do if you run them slow, and your gas line isn't shielded, which this one isn't. But it started, all right.
Yeah, this pavement turned right back into being off-road about 50 yards after the pavement. Remember, I said the first time we got tricked.
Okay, Shay is for real getting hangry now, so let's do something about that. I thought we were done with the dirt roads, but not yet. It keeps threatening to turn into a road. Aha! Back to well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't call it civilization, but back to asphalt at least.
And this was the second time we got tricked. Though I will say it was a really nice trick, because this road was absolutely amazing and it really lifted our spirits, which we needed because things were about to get so much worse after this.
Now, there's always a thrill in taking the wrong tool for the right job and getting through it anyway. But it also feels really good to get back on asphalt and use the right tool for the right job. All about relativity, right? Right. We are going up and up again. We ain't at the coast yet, apparently. What a road. I really should pay attention to what roads I'm on sometimes. I never do. Sometimes people in the comments recognize them and they'll leave like a comment down there that says every road that was on, but in the moment, even though I'm talking about it right now in the moment, I just never even think about it. I'm just like, this is awesome. And I'm not thinking about like, man, maybe I'd like to go back here one day. They don't have names, you know, it's just like Forest Service Road 14N01. Like, I'm not remembering that. This is more than any one man deserves. I mean, Shay, it's her birthday. This is all for her. Since we turned off that main drag, which wasn't even the main drag, that was like the scenic byway through some forest back there, when we were first on before we got on the dirt roads, we have not seen a single other human being. Not one. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome that you can go out there in America, ride all day long for hours. If you're in the right place, you will not see another single human being. This place is big, y'all. It's really, really big.
Yeah, it was right about here that things started to get pretty dicey, even on the paved section of the road, which, again, only made up about 10% of the total day of travel. This was obviously a road that wasn't maintained super often. There was rock slides everywhere, big cracks, and then, potholes that were big enough to fit the entire motorcycle into. Ultimately, just as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than a gravel road that didn't have the giant potholes.
In that area where it's like, this is not maintained very often, so there's big ass rocks all over the road, even though this is an asphalt road. When you don't see someone all day long, that includes people who are maintaining it, or not maintaining it, which is fine. That's fine. I'm not complaining, merely observing. Now I'm going to go ahead and complain a little with my observation, and we're back in a cloud and I'm cold again. We got way too high, and we're not even smoking sessions right now. Although if it gets much colder, I'm going to have to stop off and take a J break because, baby, I need some feel good in my life, dude. This cold, dude. This is not for me. I'm still very much a Floridian. I'm not a Sasquatch. I'm a swamp ape. Damn, we are getting into like zero visibility. Where the hell are we? I mean, really, where the hell are we? I have no idea. I really don't know. I'm just following the little blue line and the red dots that I stuck down in the big green part. I have no clue. I like that we're going back down. I'm freezing. Get us underneath this cloud so I can see again and stop shivering. I don't know how to tell you guys this without it seeming made up, but we literally have not seen a single other soul for hours. For all I know, we are currently in purgatory, riding forever through this mist. I have nothing to show me any different. No signs of life. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright, just checking on you. This really is the middle of freaking nowhere, dude. What the fuck? Fingers crossed we're going down. Purgatory is colder than I thought it would be. I'm used to the Christian hell, okay? That one's supposed to be warm. And where are we? I mean, I did this. I shouldn't be complaining, but I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Where are we? Jesus Christ. Fucking yikes, dude. I mean, someone's got to get out here and clean them every once in a while, or else it'd just be overgrown. But it definitely wasn't very recently, we'll say. I'm liking the downward angle. I'm liking the downward. We're getting warm. No, back up again. No, down. We need to get warm. All right, up it is. Okay, now we're headed in the right direction. I hope. I mean, at this point, I don't know, dude. I'm so turned around. I am completely lost. I mean, I don't know, until I'm found, I guess, but I couldn't tell you where I was or where I'm going in the slightest. We're just following this road wherever it happens to lead. Hopefully somewhere with hot food. These roads are just something else, though. I can't believe we're the only ones out here. Holy crap. Oh, maybe I want the fog back. Jeez, Pete. Again, I'll say it. Where the hell are we? Why is nobody else on a motorcycle out here? Damn, that's a big old boulder in the road. Holy crap. This is insane. This feels like we're on another planet. What is going on here? Oh, well, one of these is going to be the right way. They're both dirt roads. That way. I think. Probably.
And that was the very last pavement we saw for the next 3 hours.
Man, these rocks are getting bigger. So far, the shovelhead and the Magna, the backup plan, have both been up to the task. I don't think I could have taken the chopper through this. Come on, Shay. I know you can do it. This is getting a little hairy. I mean, not that hairy, right? There's no way it'd get too hairy. Not to the main characters. You would not want to fall down on these rocks, I'll tell you that right now. That would hurt. Well, this is what happens when you just try to go through the big green part. Damn, I can't see shit. She's still back there? Out of the mist, she emerges. I'm starting to realize why you don't see anybody up here. Oof. This is getting dicey. Yeah. I love it. Go ahead and say I don't think this would be an ideal place to run out of gas. Well, or break down. We can ride 2 up on the Magna, but on this road, probably wouldn't be the best idea. Two more miles. Okay. Yeah, the rocky downhills, a little dicier. Come on. Shay! Come on, man. Shay! Shay! Oh, fucking Jesus, dude. Shay! Shay! Oh. Here. Holy shit, I was freaking out. I'll get it down for you. Did you fall? I'm just catching my breath.
It was also right about now, which I think was probably as low as our mood got, where we had no idea how much of the stuff we had left and no idea how bad it was actually going to get, that the shovel head starter stopped working, leaving us to only be able to push start it from here on out. Definitely felt that blow.
Oh, I definitely don't want to break down out here because there's bear shit all over this trail. So, they out here. Getting to the point where I probably wouldn't take a fully dressed road glide down this trail. That's I can go ahead and say that now. Yes, we've reached that point. Going down, I mean, it's the right direction to get warmer. At least there's that. This is pretty fucking righteous. Still no idea where we are. But it definitely is very cool and very steep. I mean, it's not single file narrow yet, but we're getting narrow. I've also got like zero visibility. I have no idea what this is going to look like on the DJI, but as far as me, I can tell enough to tell that I don't want to fall over there. And that's about it.
Losing the starter on the shovel head after hours of interminable off-roading with no end. You know, we were still able to find fun in it. It was still absolutely amazing, but I was starting to get kind of worried for myself, for Shaylisi, and I just kind of like didn't know where this was going to stop. And then we came up to the first gate. Yes, the first gate. I don't know who put this gate up or why it was there. All I knew was that going back the other way had no guarantee of getting us out, because we had ridden for hours and hours and hours all day with absolutely no way to find civilization from there. Like maybe one of the paved roads, but that would have been another 2-3 hours back in the direction that we just came. And I don't know, what would you do in this situation? I want to know. Leave me a comment down below. What decision would you make?
No. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This ain't happening. We're going. I'll get your bike around. Yeah, we ain't getting stopped by this shit.
I know it doesn't look like it on the camera, but this drop is straight down and down and down for a while. Falling down this would not be a minor injury. In fact, it could be literally deadly. Again, I just didn't know what to do. I thought that maybe this was our only shot to get around this, so I had to try it. And what happened here was probably the most dangerous thing that happened on the entire trip. I tried to stay calm when I asked Shay for help, because you know, upsetting her and making her panic would not have done anything more to help me. So I just tried to stay calm. But what had happened was I put my right foot down to stabilize myself as I leaned the bike right over towards the downhill section there, where again, looking very scary. And the place that I put my foot on crumbled. It crumbled right off. And all of a sudden my foot wasn't on anything. And then it was just on its very, very tippy toe, just kind of going there with the entire weight of the bike leaning against me the wrong way, and me unable to push it left at all because the left-hand saddlebag was up against the post of the gate. So yeah, this was definitely the most dangerous thing we did all day, and probably one of the most precarious and dangerous situations I've ever been in my life. Not the most dangerous, but it's up there.
All right, Shay. Come give me a hand. I can only hold it for so long. Come push me on this side. No, push me towards the road. Push the bike. Okay. Sorry, I almost lost my freaking footing. Alright. I'm not turning around. Fuck this shit, dude. I'm not going back through that. We're like a few miles away from a road. Much easier on this bike. Whoa. Oh, watch those mirrors, buddy. All right. Hopefully that's the last piece of excitement. All right. Thanks, Shay. Oof. That was a close one, but I wasn't about to go back through what we just went through because it was tough enough going down it. I don't know if we could have made it up it. Or if we could, I'll be honest, I just didn't want to find out right now. Maybe another time. Shay's getting a little hangry, and it's her birthday after all, so yeah, she shouldn't have to be made to do the same trail twice. Come on, let's just be on the pale. They'll just have to understand. And if they don't understand, well, that sounds like a personal problem. Oh, boys and girls, this is almost pavement. Not quite yet, but almost. Holy shit.
Being an eternal optimist, just full of toxic positivity, I really did think that that was the final bump in the road, that we wouldn't have to deal with anything else at all, and boy was I wrong.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. No way. Dude, what in the fuck, dude? If I was on a dirt bike, this would be easy. I'm gonna need your help. Oh, fucking A, dude. This is not gonna be easy. And I have no idea how... It's gonna be much harder with the shovel head. You can see what I'm talking about, right? Alright, start pushing. I have no idea how we're gonna do this with a shovel.
I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna back up and get a little speed on it. Okay, good. I don't think this is gonna work. It doesn't have enough ground clearance. I'll leave it here for right now and look at my map. Maybe there's another way out I didn't see.
Looking at my maps, it was either get past this gate and go 8 more miles to a town and hopefully hot food and very much needed gas, or turn back around and try to do another 100 miles the other way through the woods, which we didn't have enough gas for. Ultimately, me and Shaylisi didn't have a choice. We had to get over this. We had no other option at this point.
Bro, we're 8 miles away from Klamath. I'll have to turn my bike off. I can't just let it sit here and idle. Fucking fuck, dude. This side looks worse.
Keep it right here, and then you go all the way down like this.
I'm going to try.
You're so talented, dude. I know you could do it. You're an experienced enduro rider. This is literally what it is.
It's theoretically, the line is there.
I see the line.
Once again, I gotta preface this with the camera is not doing these rocks justice. It makes them look tiny. When you're actually standing on top of them with a 450-pound motorcycle, let alone the 800-pound motorcycle that I have to try next, a pair of Nikes on and your fingers crossed, trust me, they look a lot bigger and a lot more dangerous than they do in this video. Sorry, I just gotta say that.
Say to let go, okay? This is going to be the most dangerous part. I know, I'm really regretting the Nikes right now. No, I don't want to accidentally break a... It's just sketchy. What I'm worried about is coming down and catching this. Way down. Now you can pull back. Pull back. That way I still have the rear wheel.
Yeah, I think we got it, dude. I think you can.
Hold on.
Okay, I think you can get off it.